Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we will upgrade the graphics cooler on this G-Cube Radeon 9600 XT. I purchased a bunch of these cheap coolers off eBay from China, $3.30. I couldn't believe it, so I bought 3 of them. The seller has sold out, but there are lots of others that sell this cooler or similar ones. This one is a smaller version which has push pins, and I will show you how to install that later. And they're very easy to mount and have really decent cooling performance as well. So the best way to find one of these coolers is to go to eBay, type in VGA cooler, click on worldwide search, and then sort it by the price plus shipping, and then just start browsing until you find this particular model appear. The video card, the ATI Radeon 9600 XT, is supplied to me by Electromind for purpose of doing reviews, and I've used it in various projects in the past. There's a 20% discount link down below in the description if you're interested. Now, this video card came with a funny cooler. It had a fan on there with an NVIDIA sticker, so I quickly removed that and just as a temporary measure ghetto modded this fan onto here, but today we're going to do the proper replacement. So the first task is removing the existing fan. Okay, next we gotta deal with those push pins, and I have used pliers in the past. However, once I slipped and I actually scratched the some of these traces on the PCB, so I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah, just use your fingernails. So basically you just push the pin through and then you just squeeze them together with your fingernails, and hopefully it goes through. There's the first one, so that's done. I just gotta do the other one. Let's rotate it a little bit. There you go, that's all done. There you go, and so that's what the original cooler looked like. It has, yep, some old thermal grease. Actually, I replaced the thermal grease already, so that's pretty straightforward. And here we can see the exposed GPU die. So next up, I'm just gonna clean it up. I just use some wipes from the supermarket. That goes fairly straightforward. Just takes me a few wipes. So there you go, that's all cleaned up. Let's put this aside and let's have a look what's inside the box here. So we've got 2 push pins and the cooler. That's it. There are no instructions, not that we need any. Well, it says 4,500 RPM, 12 volts, 0.08 amps and 24 decibels. There's a stick in the back, make sure that you remove that. So I'm just gonna check the orientation. It should go on like that, and you can see the holes lining up nicely. Alrighty, let's apply some thermal grease. I'm gonna be quite generous with the GPUs. You can put on more grease than you usually would with the processors, simply because the tension is not as firm. And yeah, a couple of other YouTubers, they've done tests with thermal grease on GPUs, and my belief and my experience is that you can use a lot more grease compared to what you usually put on a processor. Okay, and now I just gotta line it up with the holes on the PCB and just push that one in a little bit, and then just push them through. Like that, that's it. Give it a bit of a wiggle and we're good to go. And here's the VGA cable. That should go down below here so it doesn't get caught up in the fan. And just plug it in. I might have to double check the orientation. Basically, if the fan doesn't spin, gotta turn it the other way around, but that's basically it. And there you have it, guys, another happy customer. I have tested the card quickly on my test bench. It still works, and the fan is not loud at all. It sounds like a new fan. No annoying rattling sounds or ticking or anything like that. Now, in terms of cooling performance, this Radeon 9600 XT does not have a sensor on the chip. However, I have another card I acquired recently. This is the Radeon 9800 Pro, which uses an external Molex power connector. This card consumes quite a lot of power and produces quite a lot of heat. And when I got it with the stock cooling, it was actually crashing after a while. However, this cooler fixed all that. The card is now fully working. So basically what I'm saying is this cooler cools the Radeon 9800 Pro. So it obviously has no problem cooling a card like the 9600 XT or all the other cards from NVIDIA and ATI. The only thing you have to worry about is the distance between the holes. I might measure that and put it on the video. There's a bit of leeway where you can move the push pins around, but it has to be roughly that distance. And of course, don't put it on a card like a 6800 GT or something like that. It's not going to handle that much power. But that's it, guys. So cheap cooler from China, and looks pretty good. And yep, it's going to look after the card, keep it nice and cool. Thanks for watching as always. I'll see you soon with another video.